Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we'll discuss how to add beams and beam system to our building. And it's a very simple task. We'll go to structure, we'll go to beam, and then we will select the size, family and size that we would like to use. By default, because we are in 01 first, it says 01 first as the placement plane. The structural usage is automatic, or you can simply select it's a girder, it's a horizontal bracing, joist, other, and purlin. And it is chained. You can see over here it's a drawing, or you can pick if you want to. So let's do this. You can add up by simply clicking on two columns, like I'm doing right now, or you can simply go to on grids and click on the first one. Now you need to hold the control in order to select the other ones. If you don't hold the control, it will skip things up for you and always add the last one. We are doing 300 by 600 beam, and yes, and now we can add, still drawing, we can add the arc shape. So we'll go like arc. Zooming is good over here because you need to be very specific. Make sure it highlights the grid line as we did with the walls, if you recall. And yes, it highlights, that means it's in the right location. And yes, that's the one. This is how it will be done. If you want, we can take a look on the 3D. Yes, it looks good. That's right. This is what we want. Now we want to add the beam system for our work, and in order to do that, if you go to the beam system and pick the beam type that you want, you will find that if the size that you want is not listed here, you cannot create your own. So the right thing is to go first. Let me just simply get out of the command. Go to the beam, select any beam, say edit type, duplicate. We'll call it 150 x 400 and millimeter if you want to. Say OK. We'll set the B to 150. We'll set the H to 400. We'll say OK. We'll do nothing over here because the sole purpose is to create a new system. We'll go to beam system. And as you can see now, the one that we created is over here. But we have two things to make sure to control. It's an automatic beam system. That means when you hover over a horizontal or a vertical, it will draw it for you. Or sketching, if you want to sketch a beam. We'll do both, by the way. Now, there are things that you need to control, which is justification and layout rule. So, justification, what are the other options? Beginning, center, and end, and direction line. And this is the layout rule. You have options like clear spacing, fixed distance, fixed number, maximum spacing. We'll look at all of these things. As you can see, whenever we select, for instance, fixed number and maximum spacing, justification center is turned off. So it works only with the fixed distance and clear spacing. So let's see what are how things will be going with us. So center and fixed distance, this is a distance that we want. We'll go to 1250. We'll press enter. Now, how things are done, we will click over here, and you can see now it added from the center 1250 from here and up until we have a leftover, a distance, small distance from here and here, because we started from the center. Now, if you hover over it and you just simply click, use the tab key, click, this is how you select the system. If you don't do that, if you click on that, you are actually selecting the beam and not the beam system. You have to be very careful. So I have to hover over it and press the tab key and then select it, so the information will be listed for me. So let's try the beginning. So the beginning it depends on lots of things, but let me measure from the center of this beam to the center of this beam. I'm using the tab key. It's a 1000. So it took from the beginning, from the top, 1250 from center to center all the way up until we got 1000. It stopped. Okay, let's do that again. Tap and click and choose the other option, which is the end. Now it will flip. That's right, it's a 1250 from center to center, and the leftover will be from here, which is, if I want to measure it from the center, use the tab key in order to measure it. Yes, it's the 1000 now from the top. So we understood the concept of this. So, okay, let's tap, select, and now instead of fixed distance, as I said, there is a fixed number, a maximum spacing, and these will turn the justification off. If you say fixed number and 6, that means it will, as you can see, let me show you another thing. I will, from center to center, it's the same. Can you see that? So it's from center to center, it will measure a certain, but it will place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as you say. And the distances are all the same, which you don't want. You have to measure it. Again, let's tap. The other option is, after fixed number, is the maximum spacing. And the maximum spacing is here is 1828.8, and it took the 1500, which is this number. This is the center line spacing. Can you see that? Okay, can you see that? This is how it will be done. So the distances will be always from center to center. The only difference is if I click on this, instead of the maximum spacing, fixed distance, fixed number, I say clear spacing. And, oh, this is a very small one, clear spacing, and say, for instance, 1500. And the clear spacing is, let me measure it so it can be shown for you, from here to here. Can you see that? So the clear distance is the edges, the inside edges, not the center to center. I hope this simple thing made it clear for you. Now what we will do, we will tap, we'll select it, we'll get it back to what we want, fixed distance, 1250. That's the one thing that we wanted. Beam, make sure it's center, fixed distance, 1250. Hover over the horizontals. We will add up all of these. Oh, I did a mistake. Yes. We will leave this as the elevator shaft, or partially. We'll add, we'll keep adding. All right, great. Now, I want to add a vertical ones for here, so it will be very difficult because there are no vertical beams. We have only horizontal beam and an arch beams. How can we solve this issue? It's very simple. Beam system, sketch. All right. We'll go to pick support. We will pick the wall. No, sorry, the beam. We'll keep selecting beams. And we'll press escape. One escape, make sure it's connected as you want it. Now we can see beam direction, and we will draw a beam direction from here to here. This is the beam direction. And say OK. And it's added. Now what we can do, let's see what we can do. These are the tags. Right click, I'll say select all instances visible in a view. It will be selected, 15 as a total, and I will delete them. Deleting them doesn't mean they are removed from the information. It's deleting them to be shown in front of the screen. That's it, in front of you. As we did previously, we changed our mind for these, as we said, and we will select this and change the distance from 1250 to 1000 and apply. And this as well, we'll change it to 1000. Okay, 1000. So both of them is changed from the others. That's great. Now, it's very nice. Now, this is what we get. And what we need is, we want to duplicate these or copy these to all of the other levels. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything except the arch and these. I will do that. I'll go to filter, and there is a beam system. There is beam columns, I don't want them, girders and joists. So beam systems, girders and joists. These are the things that we wanted. This is the one. As we did previously, we'll go to copy clipboard, then select align to selected levels. Second to the roof, and we'll say okay. It will take seconds. It will copy them and paste them as we want it. I think it's done. So we'll go to 3D to look at the beams. Great. There are a couple of beams over here, which, if you recall, we do a slanted in the fifth and in the fourth and in the fifth. Where did we do a slanted? Let me show you. Yes, that's in the fifth and in the roof. So actually the beams are not connecting with the slanted columns. So what we need to do is to go to the fifth, and then, okay, if you click on this to the beam, just the beam, and you say move, the distance is 1000. Am I right? Because the distance between the two grid lines is 1000. So if I can do anything like this and type 1000 and press enter. As you can see, it moved the other one as well. So let's go to the roof and select the beam. Don't select this one, only select this beam. Everything will be moving with it. So I'll say this time we will go 2000. Am I right? Make sure it's horizontal. It's a 2000. And we'll press enter. Bingo, that's what we wanted. Go to the 3D. Yes, perfect. I can see right now it's perfectly done. But if you look at it, if I go to the, if you go over here, can you see this one and this one? They are not actually joining in the slanted. Can you see that? Yes, can you see that? This beam is not joining as in the right angle. This one as well. It's not joining at the right angle. How can we solve this? This is in the fifth floor, so we'll go like this. And you can see right now, it's not joining. So what I'm going to do, it's a trick, by the way. It took me a while to guess it. I'll actually move it beyond, and it closes the right way. And then I can use this command, which called stem extend single element. I'll pick the edge of the column, then click the part that I want it to stay. Bingo, it worked perfectly. The same thing goes over here. I'll select this beam and just extend it a little bit beyond. Then trim. I'll select the edge and select the part that I want it to stay. Perfect. Go to the 3D and you can see right now that all of them is closing up as we want it, 100%. This is what we want. This is how it happened. And this is the perfect setup that we wanted. Great. I'd like you to go to the PDF file, locate tutorial 9. Go to the RVT files and locate tutorial 9. Open it and do the exercise as I did it in this video. Thank you very much.